Salakia guys, I had to fix my volume on my phone. It was acting strange. And call on Yahweh Shem Hawashai. Hope, thank goodness it's not broken. We're gonna get back to the presentation. You can watch the first one, but it's kind of blurry-ish. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna make this a full part two, but it's still watch the first part. It's very important, and it tells you about how the virus is spreading, and how the virus is not the only threat as well. You know what I'm saying? But we could get into these different plagues. And first, I'm gonna start with a chapter out of Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying? It says Jeremiah chapter chapter 48 verse 29. It says, "We have heard the pride of Moab. He is exceedingly proud of his loftiness and arrogance and pride." This is China. "And of the haughtiness of his heart. I know his wrath, says Yahweh, but it is not right. His lies have made nothing right. Therefore I will wail for Moab, and I will cry out for all Moab. I will mourn for the men of Kerharas, O vine of Sidma. I will weep for you with the weeping of Jazer. Your plants have gone over the sea. They reached to the sea of Jazer. The plunderer has fallen on your summer fruit and on your vintage." Meaning that China is being robbed pretty much by America, and then what makes it worse is that they gotta lock China down because China is under quarantine, and they got a plague going on out there to where people are just literally dropping dead like flies, and nobody can explain it. You know, people are dying inside those ancient Buddha temples. So, okay, you don't understand how powerful it is for someone's religion to be a lie. You know what I'm saying? For it to all be made up and to all be fake. And the time is coming to where the Lord is revealing that. And the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is tired of playing games with these men that are just worshiping the things that are made in their own hands, trying to copy the temple of the Lord, which is original, no, which is originally Israel, which is the Mexicans, the Negroes, and the Indians, which is the original house of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the true house of the Lord, the true church of the Lord is a people's. It's not no building. You're not gonna find God in no building. You're not, okay? You're gonna find God where He's always been, and He's always been hiding in the body. Everybody has a soul. You know what I'm saying? But there is only one. Everybody loves God, but God only loves one person. You know what I'm saying? Let's get straight to it. God only called for the Negroes, the Mexicans, and the Indians. They are the Negroes, flat out. You know what I'm saying? They're the only nation that's gonna survive. It ain't gonna be no white people. It ain't gonna be no Chinese people. No German man. You know what I'm saying? There's not gonna be no Russian white man hopping onto the ships. No. The Most High says there will be no salvation for no white people, and that's why He unleashed the plague on your children. And the Chinese, the Indians, um, the um, the um, the Arabs. You know what I'm saying? The Amalekites, the Japanese, the North Koreans, Russia, all the way from Rome, all the way from Germany. It's a lot of white people in the world that took over all of these different properties that once belonged to Negroes. So this is what the Lord got to say to China. It says, "O vine of Sitma, I will weep for you with the weeping of Jazer. Your plants have gone over the sea. They reached to the sea of Jazer. The plunder has fallen on your summer fruit and your vintage. Joy and gladness are taken from the plentiful field and from the land of Moab," meaning that no more trade, no more trade due to the virus worsening, and due to all these Chinese people and all these white people catching it, because they want to blame it on the Chinese. Yeah, it's true that they're carrying the plague, but guess who gave it to them? The white man, and guess who got it? The white man got it. So his group has it too. You know what I'm saying? Which is I'm saying that it's already, when they tell you that it's on its way, it's already here. Okay, and when they tell you that is not spreading, it's spreading. Okay, and it's spreading quickly. And most of us spiritually know that some of them they already have the curse within them. You know what I'm saying? So, most of us is looking like the curse is going to come out of them in enough time. It's a curse. It's not just a virus, or, you know what I'm saying? It's a curse and a plague. And it's the same thing that happened during the time of Egypt, when the Most High was asking the Pharaoh to let us go. And it's the same time now. The Lord said He never changed. And as we could see from the different plagues, like the earthquakes, the locust plague, the triple E virus, which is the great mosquito plague, We got the rat plague going down. So everything that's happening, all the signs that's happening on heaven is happening on earth. And it says, joy and gladness are taken from the plentiful field, and from the land of Moab I have caused wine to fail from the wine presses, meaning that they ain't getting no more. They not getting no more work, and they cannot work around each other because the coronavirus is hazardous and it spreads from person to person rather quickly. You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time to where they start calling them the Walking Dead. That's what they are. You know what I'm saying? And a zombie is not fully a person that's undead, meaning that literally that I mean that's what it does mean. But at the same time, it's a person without knowledge and don't know when or what or why they got hit that hard. You know what I'm saying? And hey, what the Lord is saying, the Lord don't care. He know what you did to the Negroes in slave trade, and He know what you did to get rich and to become a nation. That's pretty much one of the third superpowers in the world besides Russia and besides America. You know what I'm saying? So. They had their hand in slave trade too, and they killed all the Negroes too, and made them build all those places and had them living in them Jewish ghettos that they was talking about. Because every nation has a ghetto. You know what I'm saying? And when you look into these ghettos, guess what? You'll find the Negroes deep down in the trenches and hell itself. You know what I'm saying? And still there to this day. And a lot of these places, a lot of these nations have ghettos, and they have black people down there that are still trapped there to this day, working and enslaving. So what better way, you know what I'm saying, for it to event to happen in China and the black people don't gotta work no more. And when they catch on, and some of them sorry, y'all. And when they catch on, you know what I'm saying, and they will catch on, you know what I'm saying. Some of them already probably know. You got Chinese GMS out there too who do know who they are. You know what I'm saying. The Chinese GMS millstone, which are the Asians that are black. You know what I'm saying, and know that they are the true children of Israel. You know what I'm saying. The time is finally being revealed. You know what I'm saying. And pretty soon, what they not trying to hide is the ones that are immune to the virus that's still down there. You know what I'm saying, still alive. You know what I'm saying, and the ones that are down there that's still alive is the remnant. You know what I'm saying, that the Most High was talking about, and they do exist. It is real. But they just trying to cover it up. You know what I'm saying, and try to get you to pay attention to the World War III, get you paying attention to the president and how they fighting over candidates and voting and stupid shit like that between Democrats and Republicans, and get you to look over here on the coronavirus, get you to look over here on the rat plague, get you to look over here on the earthquake plague, get you to look over here on the hurricane plague, because these are all plagues that the Lord promised that He would bring upon the earth. And this is what else Salakia got for me going off, but this is what the Lord is saying. And it says, no one will tread with joyous shouting, not joyous shouting, right? And all of that joyous shouting is them Chinese New Year's and them holidays where they just shooting and screaming out of the top of their lungs and worshiping Buddha and worshiping the giant cat and worshiping all kinds of wickedness and eating all kinds of animals that are poor animals that should not be eaten. And the Lord tell you not to eat bat. The Lord tell you not to eat the frog. The Lord tell you not to eat the octopus. You got nasty ass Chinese niggas eating. What was GMS? What was GMS Charlotte saying? My niggas GMS Charlotte saying they was eating shit balls. You know what I'm saying? Balls of shit, dung balls. You know what I'm saying? And they really have these dung balls, and they be eating them. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, they don't even fucking. Look, nigga, they biscuits is still doughy, dog. They be having these little bean pies and shit. It's just terrible, nigga. Especially because they eat canines, they eat cats, they eat dogs, they eat regular dogs, they eat fucking owls. You know what I'm saying? They eat all kinds of animals that have detained different spirits that weren't not meant for consuming. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High, He tell them to stop eating, and they don't listen. It says, from the cry of Heshbon to Elele and to Jahaz they have uttered their voice, from Zorar to Haronaim, like a 3-year-old heifer. And when a child screams, that's annoying and it's loud. It make you want to shut that child up. That's how these Chinese people are, and they really are like that, all the way from North Korea to China itself to Japan. It's gone, guys. It's not gonna be there. And like they said, they need a certain, like the prophet's been saying, they need a certain body count, and when that certain body count reaches to plague pandemic level, then we're gonna consider it a actual plague. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta double check. This is real serious times, and we don't need to be playing with people that are bluffing. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's scary about how the prophet said that even if this is not the plague that we're looking for, the Lord is slow to anger. So He's sending them slowly and frequency until the frequency get higher and higher and higher until it cannot be controlled. So what I'm saying is that you cannot look at this plague as the only plague out there, and you got to make sure that it is the actual plague. I've been saying that in my previous videos, you know, and it's pretty much looking like an actual plague. You know what I'm saying? Because they're detaining the numbers, and the numbers are increasing. You know what I'm saying? They are increasing, and it's not what they tell us. You know what I'm saying? So when they tell us the numbers is low, we know the numbers is high. When they tell us that it's peace, we know it's destruction. The Lord has already got us prepared for this, and we see it, and we ain't stupid. It says, for the waters of Nimrim also shall be desolate, meaning that all them people gonna be dead, and China covers up a lot of the people in the world. You know what I'm saying? They wanted like the second country in the world with the most people in the world. Okay. It says, moreover, says Yahweh, I will cause to cease in Moab the one who offers sacrifices in high places and burns incense to his God. So all of them priests is dead. And you know what I'm saying? They don't believe in doctors. So when the plague came and hit them in China, you know what I'm saying? This small time plague that's increasing to become a pandemic plague, it just swept through them and killed their old ass too while they was praying to their fat Buddha. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that it's just a man, and you just walking up into these temples, and these temples not only are, you know what I'm saying, being destroyed by different earthquakes and being destroyed by the plague. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty soon the people gonna come and destroy it themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, they gonna figure out that Buddha was a lie, and they're gonna figure out that the Most High Yahweh Hashem Shai, the God of the Negroes, the Mexicans and the Indians, the God of Israel is real, and it's not a game. All these other gods have been fake, and that is true. You can discern the statue from the real Yahweh Hashem Shai, because you can see him move the earth, the trees, the flowers, the animals, the people. That's him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen everybody paint themselves straight gold, and they walking around looking like Buddha, and big Buddha fat ass skipping through the sun and through the sky. No, that's not how the story went. That's not how it is. It's a bunch of people that's player haters, and that's trying to jack swags. You know, just stealing the person's style, stealing the person's attire is just a copycat, and they not the real thing. You know what I'm saying? Why you think they being killed off by the Lord with such a great number, and we know it's the Lord. We know it's him doing that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a big plague or not, we know the Lord is causing all these things. So it says, moreover, says Yahweh, I will cause to cease in Moab, which is China, the one who offers sacrifices in the high places and burns incense to his gods. Therefore my heart shall wail like flutes for Moab, and like flutes my heart shall wail. You know, and the Most High is talking about he's talking about how all these people gonna die. That's a lot of death for the Lord to be destroying all of these people. And not only that, he's willing, he's getting them back for revenge for what he did, for what they did to us. You know what I'm saying? And how they treat us. You know what I'm saying? And how we was treated like we was worth nothing, and we was killed, and we was robbed, and we was raped, and we was murdered, all the way to the next life, and we still being ridiculed all the way till now. You know what I'm saying? It's real bad, and it's real sad what's happening to China and what's happening to the other nations right now, because each and every nation got their own plague going on. You got India with terrible, terrible air quality. You got Russia, and they also have this nuclear plague going on that they got, because nuclear bombs are a plague too. You know what I'm saying? And then you got China, you know, coronavirus, and then you got Rome. You know what I'm saying, with the cover up and the covering the faces of the judges thereof. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of different places with these curses. You know what I'm saying? That's going on. And the funny part about it is that the curses are being flipped back on the white man, because they all white. All of these places that I've told you about, they're all white. You know what I'm saying? These places used to be black. You know what I'm saying? Especially about one place that I used to study, that I'm studying about right now, which is Russia. You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty much a black Negro capital that got taken over. You know what I'm saying? Due to the Great Fall and how they turned their back on the Most High, and the Most High executed them plagues. You know what I'm saying? And not only he sent out the plagues, he sent the white man to put them under great subjection and to put them into slavery again. So we done been through multiple captivities of slavery, but has the white man gone through his? No. And this is what the Lord is talking about, following with one of the white man's children, which is China. You know what I'm saying? So it says, for men of Ker Heres, therefore the riches they have acquired have perished. That's right. Meaning that they ain't doing no more trades with China. No more. And they're going to let China pretty much just die off. Everybody is disconnecting from China due to the plague, but it's actually affecting them too, because China is a great place to trade, a cheap place to trade. The manufacturer of the world is China. Everything is made in China, right? It says, for every head shall be bald, and every beard clipped. All the hands shall be cuts, and on the loins and sackcloth a general lamentation. Meaning that the whole nation is crying, and we can hear it all the way from North America. We can hear it. You know what I'm saying? It says, on all the housetops of Moab in its streets, for I have broken Moab like a vessel in which is no pleasure, says Yahweh. They shall wail, how she is broken down, how Moab is turned her back with shame. So Moab shall be a derision and a dismay to all those around her. Meaning that nobody wants to trade with Moab. Anybody that see Chinese people, they don't want to get touched by these Chinese people. We don't want to be around these Chinese motherfuckers. And not only that, you got the white man that's hiding behind his own children, offering up to be slaughtered, offering them up to the fire, and the Most High will destroy them. He don't care about China. He don't care about Australia. He don't care about Russia. He don't care about Germany. He don't care about Rome. He don't care about these white people. They all white. That's just the majority of the whole world. Even America. He don't care about America. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is going to end up giving his debut. I hate these motherfuckers that's out there on the bus stops that I see. You know what I'm saying? Not covering up, not understanding the warning, not heeding the warning, not keeping gloves on, not keeping your face covered, not staying away from these white people. The black man, he just subjugate with his white people even more, and they ignore the news and they ignore what they've been told. It's just pretty much, it's just sad to see these adults just like kids. So they in the same category whether they got money or not. They just like kids. Big ass, stupid ass kids that all they want to do is have fun and make the world on what they think and what they will it to be, and that is not so. Thank goodness that we do have the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because you got people with their own minds thinking that they own gods and create what they will, and it's nothing but destruction and just abominations and just iniquity, you know. So it says, for thus says Yahweh, behold, one shall fly like an eagle and spread its wings over Moab, and that's America coming pretty much attacking Moab. It says, Kerioth is taken, and the strongholds are surprised. The mighty man's hearts in Moab on that day shall be like the heart of a woman in birth pangs. And that's what's happening. Birth pangs are going off in China. You know what I'm saying? And people are focusing on China because, you know, of course, they got one of the greatest plagues in history that's possibly one of the biggest plagues besides the rat plague. And that's bad because you can't look at China. You got to go all the way back to America and look at Los Angeles too, and places like Chicago and Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Because they under great threat of a rat plague. You know what I'm saying? A flea epidemic, and a flea epidemic and a rat plague ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? They make up the black plague. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to look all the way back into India. You know what I'm saying? Which they have terrible air quality and people are running down from there. And then the Australia fires. And yeah, pretty much the Australia fires, and how Russia also is on fire, and they catching bushfires, and they burning, and they ain't got no crops or nothing. So you see all of these fucking weird ass fucking white fucking Russian niggas that's coming down here, appearing out of nowhere, living off America, and using America, and not returning back to their land because their land is desolate, cursed, and destroyed. It says, Kerioth is taken, and the strongholds are surprised. The mighty men's hearts in Moab on that day shall be like the heart of a woman in birth pangs, and Moab shall be destroyed as a people, meaning that the whole race of Chinese is going to be gone. And the only race that will remain is the black people that do survive this event. out there right now, and some of the speckled birds, which are Chinese people that are niggers and don't know it. It says, it says, because he exalted himself against the Lord. That is true. You know what I'm saying? They turned himself into a fat gold man and tried to exalt himself before the Most High and setting up all of these gigantic, retarded ass temples that people wasted their time to build to make you believe in their religion, knowing that it was just a lie. Everybody did what they did all at the same time and got them some slaves of Israel. That's what happened. And it says, fear and the pit and the snare shall be upon you, O inhabitant of Moab, says Yahweh. He who flees from the fear shall fall into the pit, and that's true. And he who gets out of the pit shall be caught in the snare. For upon Moab, upon it I will bring the year of their punishment, says Yahweh. Woo! And that's powerful because the Lord is destroying Moab like he promised. And Moab and these Chinese people are scared because they know who God is. They know who Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is. And they know that he sent his son Yahweh Shai for the greatest debut and his great return. You know what I'm saying? And it's so magnificent to where he just destroying these white folks. He destroying these white people with sunlight, terrible sunlight down here in America. Just as well as he destroying the Chinese with terrible sunlight and terrible plagues. I wouldn't be surprised because China is next door to Russia and next door to Africa, and next door Africa is getting plagued out to the point to where it's unbelievable. They get yearly plagues. That's terrible. To where all of these Chinese, all these fucking Hamite people and all these African people are laid waste because of what they did to Israel. It says, it says, those who fled stood under the shadow of Heshbon because of exhaustion, but a fire shall come out of Heshbon, a flame from the midst of Sihon, and shall devour the brow of Moab. Meaning that when they go in, because they going to try to run into the ghettos where the niggas is at, where they push them down to. And guess what the niggas is going to do, because they heard the message. Those Chinese niggas is going to push them out. And they're going to kill all of those Chinese motherfuckers down there because they are the son of the devil. They are. And the remnant is still down there that survived the civil rights slave trade all the way into the past. And that's when people be like, oh, you're lying. That's unbelievable. That's not true. It is true. It says, the crown of the head of the sons of Timon. Woe to you, Moab, the people of Chemosh perish, for your sons have been taken captive, and your daughters captive. Yet I will bring back the captives of Moab in the latter days, says Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, because they're going to survive, and the ones that do survive, they're going to go into slavery. And it says, thus far is the judgment of Moab against the Ammonites, which is Japan. Thus says Yahweh, has Israel no sons? Has he no heir? Why then does Malcolm inherit Gad, and his people dwell in its cities? Yep, and all these Chinese people are hiding in the Indian territory, which is America, and they're not in their own. You know what I'm saying? They over here in the ghettos and the nigger ghettos, using them and sucking up them. So when the plague really crack off and reach this maximum, these people, all of these Chinese people will be thrown out of the ghettos and they're going to be killed. It says, therefore, behold, the days are coming, says Yahweh, that I will cause to be heard an alarm of war and Rabbah of the Ammonites. And Japan is going to war with China over human rights. And then they got the plague, so now they're going to be put down. So now it's just all out chaos. It says, in Rabbah of the Ammonites it shall be a desolate mound, and her villages shall be burned with fire. Then Israel shall take possession of his inheritance, says Yahweh. Woo, that's crazy. He ain't playing. The whole kingdom about to be given back into the hands of the Negroes. And the remnant that believe, not all of the Negroes, the 2/3 are going to be wiped out. So just because you know the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai don't mean nothing. You got to study to show your approval. You got to you got to walk. You got to take the walk, like they say. You got to walk the walk, talk the talk. You can't just say his name and not do no work. You can't do that. That's not how the Lord is going to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's not how it's going to be in the end. And all these people are going to end up dying because they're going to know that the Lord was real. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I'll be out there preaching the highways and byways every day this message. And these people, that all they do is ignore me. All they do is threaten me. You even got children that threaten me. That's why the Lord said He not gonna care about any children. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know the day is about to happen. Hey, hold fast to your seatbelts. You got people that don't want to stay inside of the house. That's always going out to celebrate, looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they've been forewarned. They was over there making fun of the men of the Lord, and now it's happening. You know what I'm saying? In the men of the Lord, we starting to look pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I don't know. You do the math. It says, "Well, O Heshbon, for Ai is plundered. Cry, your daughters of Rabbah. Gird yourselves with sackcloth, lament, and run to and fro by the walls." Meaning that they're not going to be able to escape. "For Malcolm shall go into captivity with his priests and his princes together. Why do you boast in the valleys, your flowing valley, O backsliding daughter, who trusted in her treasuries, saying, Who will come against me? Behold, I will bring fear upon you, says the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Hawashai of armies. From all those who are around you, you shall be driven out, everyone headlong, and no one will gather those who wander far off, because they're going to be sick and they're going to be dying off. And it says, "But afterwards I will bring back the captives of the people of Ammon, says Yahweh, against Edom, thus says Yahweh Ba'ashem Hawashai," because they the ones that created the plague and sent it out there, the white man, the devil. It says, "Is wisdom no more in Teman? His counsels perish from the prudent. Has their wisdom vanished? Flee, turn back, dwell in the depths of, O inhabitants of Dedan," meaning that he's telling them to go back into the clefts of the rocks. "For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will punish him. If grape gatherers come to you, would they not leave some gleaning grapes?" Meaning that they took everything. They took everything and they stole everything from the Negroes. If thieves by night would they not destroy until they have had enough? But if I made Esau bare and I've uncovered his secret places, he shall not be able to hide himself. His descendants are plundered, his brethren and his neighbors, and he is no more. Meaning that the Chinese man is his brethren and his neighbors. The Russian man is his brother and his neighbors. The India man is his brother and his neighbors. You know what I'm saying? That the Hamite man is his brother and his neighbors, even though Hamite was once with, you know what I'm saying, Israel, but they broke away, you know, because we all know about the flood story. So, you know what I'm saying? Hamite is with those nations. Even I think believe some of Ephraim and Gad, you know what I'm saying, and some of Issachar as well as some of the two-thirds is gonna get wiped out with these nations. I'm just trying to show you that Esau, one of Esau's sons, is China. It says, "And he shall not be able to hide himself. His descendants are plundered," meaning that they're going to get sick and they're going to start dying. And all the curses that are on us is going to fall upon them. It says, "His brethren and his neighbors, and he is no more. Leave your fatherless children. I will preserve them alive. And let your widows trust in me." Meaning that even them, they will be forced to call on the Most High, and He not gonna answer. They just gonna know who did it to them. That's what that means. It says, "For thus says the Lord Yahweh, behold, those whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken," which is us who drunk that cup of wrath. You know, that's why they showed the Statue of Liberty in that fiery cup that she held in her hands. That's that cup that we was forced to drink. You know, instead of water, it's a cup of, you know, pure fire and poison. It says, "For thus says," no, no, and those whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and are the one who will altogether, and are you the one who will altogether go unpunished? Meaning that the white people think they're gonna get away with what they did. It says, "You shall not go unpunished, but you shall surely drink of it, the same cup that the Negroes and the Mexicans drunk, which is that intense wine and that intense destruction of the Most High. That's His fury that we drunk, and we drunk double to the point to where we couldn't drink and we still drank. So you got to understand, even in slave times, they would do this, pour lava inside the Negro and watch him burn and all the lava pouring out his intestines and shit. You know what I'm saying? That is the wine that the Most High is talking about. That cup of judgment, that fury. You know what I'm saying? We had to drink that. You know what I'm saying? Putting acid inside of them, and disintegrating the black man from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? And letting them disease out to the point to where he living in the pit and all his people living in the pit and they all died there and they just sealed them up. You know what I'm saying? So it's different judgments that happen to the Negroes that's about to start happening to these white people. You're gonna be starting to see white people hang on trees. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start seeing them on fire. You're gonna start seeing them laid out on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Because they act like white mold is being exposed as the devil, the children of the devil. Not that don't mean that the Negroes is not looking for the devil himself. And we found him. We know, and we can't touch him yet. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. But when the time comes and the Lord gives that go, hey, it ain't gonna be no more white man. No more black men standing behind him too, because you got the wicked 2/3 that support the white people, and they love them and they mingle with them and they don't want to be separate. So the Lord got a grandmaster plan to make you separate. All you bitch ass motherfucking women and all you bitch ass fucking niggas that's over there dating Chinese bitches and dating white motherfuckers, y'all gonna end up going take an STD test, and instead of it saying AIDS, it's gonna say coronavirus on your dick. Yo ass stupid. When the Lord tell you to stay away from these people, you don't listen. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers that's still out there traveling and shit. The Lord tell you to stay in the house, you want to go and travel the world. You know what I'm saying? Yo ass fucking stupid. You know how many viruses people carry on them? You know what kind of diseases they got? You know, people will just wipe boogers and shit on your ass just by getting touched by the goddamn snot on their nose falling on your skin, you get sick. Okay? So you gotta understand how traveling is real hazardous. And you got people who don't care. You got motherfuckers that's walking outside and they tell you that the virus is around, and they tell you that it's a chemtrail falling on you and it's burning the fuck out of your ass, and you don't wear no gloves, you don't cover up. You got motherfuckers, you got old people out there thinking that they the shit. You know what I'm saying? You got young people out there running around playing and shit, just having fun and doing stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they look at me like I'm a damn fool because I'm covered in plastic and shit, and I got double jackets on and I'm walking with my damn face mask on because you don't see what I see. You know what I'm saying? You don't see what the Lord has revealed to me and my people. You know what I'm saying? That's why my people are doing the best they can spiritually to gather together. At least they be taken away. And then we got to feel some sort of shame because one of ours got killed in all of this madness. So you got to work. It comes to a point where you got to look at your family. You got to look at your friends. You got to look at people around you and how fast your life can just go. You know what I'm saying? And be gone. You know, and how fast this world is about to pass away. You know, shit. Like I say, you gotta cherish some of these times and shit. You know, for some of us, we getting excited because we know that the end is coming. When the end comes, we'll be free, and we won't have to be under subjection of a white man no more. When the dollar crash, we know to stay inside the house. We know to get ready. We know to sober up. Because some of us is down here, and we down here in the bowels of hell. You know what I'm saying? Living in that rock bottom, dog. Like living in the underworld, the abyss. This is the abyss in the underworld that the white man don't want to dwell in. He don't want to be outside sleeping on the ground. He don't want to be outside sleeping on the concrete begging for change. That's the underworld. You out there getting burned and you out there getting attacked and hurt. You know what I'm saying? These black people and what they went through is so fucking incredible to where you even tell them that they the Israelites. I wouldn't even be mad at them if they didn't believe. Why? Because of what happened to them and how it happened. Hey, you supposed to believe, but you know what I'm saying? I even laughed at it. I'm gonna be honest. I even laughed at it. These bums are the sons of God? Hey, man, that right there is a serious accusation. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get into history, you start to understand why we got that title. You know what I'm saying? It's not any ordinary title. This is the next owner of the world title. Who's going to have possession of the world? So this isn't just a nation game. This is a world game being played. They want to take the title from these Negroes. You know what I'm saying? They want to be called the owner of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because they know who the true owner of the world is. They think that America gonna fall off the throne and that China and Russia gonna take it, when Israel is gonna be the one that's gonna catch it and take it by surprise. So it says, and I'm about to close out with this last video, but I'm gonna give you a couple of more scriptures. It says, chapter 49. Verse 12, it says, "For thus says Yahweh, behold, those whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And are you the one who will all go together. See, one who are all together. See, because when the Most High represent a person, he not only just talking about Judah, he talking about the whole Judah. He talking about the sea of stars. See, they try to separate them as just being small characters, just a man, just a woman. When they represent families, they represent nations. So it says, and are you the one who will altogether go unpunished? You shall not go unpunished, but you shall surely drink of it. For I sworn by myself, says Yahweh, that Basra, which is America, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all its cities shall be perpetual waste, meaning that it's not going to be rebuilt. It's just going to be gone. That America is going to be the lake of fire that God was talking about. It says, I heard a message from Yahweh. An ambassador has been sent to the nations, meaning that the angels, they got up and they went to the highways and byways and proclaimed the return of the Lord. It just happened. We can't really explain to y'all too much, you know what I'm saying? But hey, we got the word and it just happened. We just went out there and just there you go. The prophets appeared like of old, you know what I'm saying? And that's one sign, you know what I'm saying? One major sign. If the prophets is out there on the highways and byways teaching the true doctrine, you're supposed to heed their warning and give them respect and start your own spiritual walk. Your spiritual walk is supposed to start when you're in church. You know what I'm saying? But people feel like when they're in church, they already took that walk, and that's not true. Everything is being everything is being backwards. Everything that you thought that you knew was a lie. It says, I have heard a message from Yahweh. An ambassador has been sent to the nations. Gather together, come against her, and rise up to battle. That's Armageddon. So not only you look at the plagues, you look at the wars that's going on. Talking about they talked about they're trying to bring peace to the Middle East. That's not gonna happen. It says, for indeed I will make you small among nations. Despise. Hey, hang on. I'm about to stop right now. Despise among men. Your fierceness has devised you. That's right, all that rage and all that chaos, niggas is actually leading that trail back to you. And out of all your blindness, and you finally coming down from your bloodthirst, you turn around and you realize how much destruction you done made. That's like how Superman run into his villain, and he destroying and he beating his ass, but at the same time, Superman is killing millions and thousands of people just to kill one person. And when that person is gone or defeated or escaped, then he turn around and he look at the damages that he did to the city and to all the people. You know what I'm saying? And he can't reverse it. Hey, but as long as I got rid of the enemy, right? No, that's not solving nothing. It says, the pride of your heart, O you who dwell in the clefts of the rocks, will hold the height of the hill. Though you make your nest as high as an eagle, and that is the legendary cities of Asgardia, that's so high in the sky, to where the point they think they out of reach of a nuclear event. Some people are even trying to get to Mars and places to the moon, you know what I'm saying, just to get away from such an event, because it's going to be that massive. You're going to feel the heat, and you're going to feel the explosion all the way from space. Salakia, guys, and with that, I'm going to close out. We're going to finish more of the WWZ and how it's going to happen and how bad it's going to be when the dollar collapses. Call on Yahweh Shem Hawashai by Shemar Kakadash Shalom.